Hello Farm Sim! Welcome to the Yos and YayBot Podcast. We are back after a few weeks of hot summer days. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. YayBot.
Hello.
Hello?
It's been a long time. Well, it's been a reasonable time.
I haven't even been playing games when the computer was just turning my small room into a furnace. It must have been the same at your side.
No, because in Scotland we've had, for the past 2 weeks, we've had wind and rain. So if any of the Europeans have had enough of their scorching hot summer, then, you know, Scotland could do with a little bit for a little while.
Oh, we did have that, but a few weeks before that. Since the last time we did the podcast. We were 4 or 5 weeks after the last one.
Yeah.
There were a few really hot weeks.
Oh, yes. Yes.
But I remember from Derdu and you and FSG that they're not really aligned. Germany and Scotland would be 30 plus Celsius and the Netherlands would be cool. And then when we got the hot weather, the two surrounding countries would be cold. So
yeah.
It's perfect summer weather.
But I don't function well in the hot because of my cooling system is not really
optimized.
Yeah.
Well, you don't really function anyways.
Yeah. I like it around about 20 degrees Celsius. Any hotter than that, then it's
That's what I have now. It's slightly overcast. There's no rain, no hard wind. All fine. I want to give a quick hello to Mr. Falconator, Grizzle, and Idiot.
Yes.
And Fahrenheit is not superior, Mr. Falk. Get to work.
And I will say hello to them also. Also, Mikolai, Eric, Mr. Iceberg. Good evening to you all. Hope you're all doing well.
So what map are you playing on?
Well, I am playing on one of the newly released maps that dropped today, the Oberlausitz map.
How?
I probably butchered that name, but...
let me open mod up to see.
Yes, I believe it's by
Jogi. Yeah?
Or Yogi, however you pronounce that. And it looks like he's dedicated this to a fellow modder who is no longer with us.
Yeah, probably DJ mentioned it in the video. I don't know if he knows him or knew him.
Yeah. But Richie F had a number of maps out on FS17.
And 19.
And 19. But as I've just learnt today that he's no longer with us, so yeah.
Oberlausitz. Even I can pronounce it because I just want to say a different German word. But Ober, it's sort of over. It sounds the same. But yeah. There is. Hi, Coco Pop!
Hi, Coco Pop.
That is an instrument.
Hi, Trio. But, I mean, this map, it looks a very small-scale style map, so...
Does it fall into the Kala category?
The what category?
The KA77E?
Curling
and swords.
The size of fields, yes. The size of the map is probably a little bit bigger. But, yeah, it's very much a Yos type map. And me also, because I do like the smaller stuff.
Okay. Yeah, we're not doing a multiplayer today because Jason's lives in Scotland and the internet there is...
coal-powered. Yes.
Yeah.
So
it has its moments.
I apologise for that, but it just wasn't agreeing with the multiplayer, and we both decided that we'll just do single player and talk to each other, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm sure yous won't mind. Yous are here just to listen to us anyway, so...
I'm not really sure about that.
Well... I mean, people on my side are not really going to be seeing much because, well, I'm YayBot and I don't do much, so...
Anybody that watches you and knows you knows that watching you is pointless because you're always standing still.
Yes, well, I'm actually...
Usually on top of a fast track.
Yeah, I'm actually moving around, so... Slight improvement.
And Gorgo Pop is listening on Spotify, so we're extending our reach. And more followers everywhere.
Is anybody listening on like Sega Mega Drive or anything like that? You know?
Yeah, I downloaded this on LimeWire.
I'm listening to the podcast on Yahoo.
Cool.
Yes. So has there been anything exciting in the Yos?
In the Yos? No. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
No. How was FarmCon?
It was not as hot as last year. I just said Napster Coco Pop. I got to meet some crazy people again, and some for the first time. And we had, it's great. We had a lot of. Last year we were with 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
And now we had, I think 10.
Yeah, but there was a lot of like the OGs. I know everybody was excited to have Mr. Sealy P there, you know, and there would have been, well, a certain 2 people would have been fangirling over him. But anyway, we'll gloss over that.
Yeah, because, well, that's a funny story I can tell you. It's the first day we were actually waiting for CDP to arrive at the station with his wife. Mm-hmm. I was having drinks with Fritz the Farmer, who brought his brother along.
Yes.
And then my Dutch friend. And we were sort of waiting for them, and everybody had troubles with the train. Some people took in the wrong direction, or they forgot to get out because the station literally were 4 tiles and a small house that was abandoned. So it's really like that town really was like an abandoned place in the movie. But the train station was next to the Deutsche Arena, and DJ and FarmCon were at the arena, and they had arranged plans for the dinner. So we were waiting, and then if CDP arrived, we catch up for dinner. So we expected them to walk past us. And then they said, no, we're back at the hotel, which was on the other side of the town. And we're like, how did you get there and not walk past us? So apparently they had taken taxis.
Oh.
For a 5-minute walk. And they took one every day for everything. They just took a taxi to get to FarmCon back to the hotel. And then every 4 days they took taxis. But then they were at the hotel. And we got back there and CDP was checking in. So I got to my room, which was on the ground floor. You had room number 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, which was FarmCon Guy, Arxie, DJ, FarmCon, me next to each other.
Right.
We may have booked it the same day.
Oh.
It was okay. It was a long walk, DJ. That's fair. I mean, I've seen you.
Oh, is DJ in your chat, is he?
He's trying to defend himself.
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
But they were. Those 2 Americans were editing videos in their rooms.
I like how you say those 2 Americans.
Yes, they were really those 2.
Who would be those 2 Americans?
Well, they are about the same length and shape. It's sort of, you could hear them laughing from the other side of the town after one drink.
I see.
Yeah, but they were editing, and they quietly said, "Do you know who's at the counter?" Like, no. I mean, are you not watching Discord? Do you know when everybody arrives? And I said, "It's Mr. CDP!" And they sort of run towards Mr.
Oh my god.
Ah! And they yelled like, "Oh my god!" And they cried, and then took off their clothes.
Wait, what?
And then, it's a true story. Then I think Mr. P really nearly got a heart attack from those 2 Americans running towards him.
Yeah.
And they were so happy.
I have many questions about what you just said, but I am not sure I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready for the answers just yet, so we'll just skip over that. But all in all, it looked like all of you guys did have an awesome time at FarmCon. I mean, I watched all the vlogs from all the content creators, and it looked like it was a bunch of good fun.
Yeah. Oh, I have to see that to Pop. He said that Mississippi was ragging on those Americans about them not walking.
Yeah, well...
He walked a fair bit. Mississippi walked a fair bit.
Well, I can say that, because obviously they came to Scotland and we were chilling in Edinburgh. Although there was a few taxis and stuff like that, they did do quite a bit of walking. I will give them that.
There was less pressure this time. Or maybe it took them a few days for my words to get to them.
Yeah. And I would imagine that both of their legs are still sore from the Edinburgh hills that they had to go up. Can you confirm, DJ?
You hear?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
He's hiding now.
Yeah.
Probably playing with his new toys. Oh, I need to get a trader. But overall, it was a really great weekend. The drive was a bit long. It's nice to be in one hotel. Just there was this young women that sort of at the hotel, the restaurant in the morning.
Yep.
And they fill the food. when you take all the croissants because there were not that much food on there.
Oh, you
And
mean
she
there
would
was...
she would direct you to her table. So I walked up there on the Saturday morning by myself, and she put me in like a two-person table in the corner. Like she didn't understand any English, so it's sort of trying to make me show my card that I was sort of staying there, and it was bad communication.
Yeah. Goggle Pop, no, they didn't. They seen the Gothic rockets, but I did not force them to walk up it. No. But they did walk up our beautiful hills that we have in Edinburgh just to get up to a certain shop. I'm sure their calves are still burning.
I do it. So after a short while, there was another. The next person came in, and then the next, and then she understood that we're sort of a group, and then the next day she put tables already together. That's always fun.
Yeah.
I have no clue where to put this rain.
What map are you on?
I am on a French map called Castle Knot.
Oh, okay.
It's third party, but it's by some sort of design studio that's been doing stuff since recent. They released their first 22 map, but they had some on 19.
Yeah.
And I was browsing the site, and they do sell models, and I checked out with Mr. Marcel, and he said it's sort of in a gray area, so it's allowed. So they sell models, but they don't sell them as a mod.
Nice.
It should be fun. I found the place and load.
So, Goggle Pop, I'm guessing you did walk up the Gothic monument.
Oh, he's going to be in Europe soon.
Yeah, it does sound like he's been to Edinburgh 2 times and he wants to go back 20 more times.
Do you know that song 2 times?
2 times, do 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 do.
There we go. Oh, it works.
Oh.
Part of my long playlist.
Well, we're just giving away our age now. There's some people
I'm
in
from
chat
the Stone Age.
and there's some people in chat that probably weren't even born then. I'm looking at you, Mikolai.
I wasn't born at my birth.
Oh.
Does that make sense? I don't know where to go. Ooh, look at bridge. Also, oh, there is my farm, I think. So yeah, after FarmCon, some people went home and the others went to London.
Yep.
And some people get to see Mr. Caleb.
Oh, I hear a slight tone in your voice, Yos.
I wasn't invited to come on anything. Anyways, then they went to Edinburgh.
Yes, they did.
You don't think I said it the right way?
Edinburgh.
But I did better than them. And then you...
Than me?
You got to meet some people.
Oh, did I?
I think so.
Oh yes, well I got to meet Jimmy from the station there. He was a cracking good laugh.
Yeah? Did he get a haircut finally?
Oh, he's got no hair, so.
Oh, so he sort of got the haircut.
Yep. Yes, but yes, I did finally get to meet my chief. And I also got to meet DJ and Mr. and Mrs. FSG, which it was a great experience for me personally. I don't know about them, but they seem to have liked it.
Well, they must be getting used to how the future will look like when you're joined by a robot on your daily endeavors.
Yes.
It's it's new, but it's.
Yes,
I think we can all understand that soon.
I have many stories, but I am not going to be the one that tells them.
No, none of them.
If they wish to come out and tell the stories of how they enjoyed their time in Edinburgh, that's up to them. But me, I'm more of a person.
Hear them.
Yes, you won't hear it from my mouth unless I'm told to.
I'll pay you £5.
Sorry, I can't be paid off.
6.
Okay.
I'll loan
you said 6.
I'll loan 6. But I want it back if I don't like the story.
Well, I met them in the train station.
Oh.
Yes, Edinburgh Waverley train station.
Is it safe to be there?
It seemed very safe. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
And we all had a very nice time in Edinburgh. Take that and run with it, and you're probably still 100 miles off. We had a great time. Well, I had a great time.
Yeah, I had messages that they said that it probably must have been a better time without you. But
wait, you know. What?
What? Did I just make that up?
Hold the phone.
I'm not holding my phone.
Okay. Are you holding your controller?
I have a mouse and a keyboard.
Ah, you haven't quite expanded.
I am resting my hands on them.
I see. Yes, but yes, it was a great time, and then they left. They parted ways. DJ went one way, and the chief went another way. FSG, Mr. and Mrs. FSG stayed and, went back home, and I went back home. And I, on my way back home, I did get to see the Flying Scotsman.
How many wings does he that have?
All of them.
All of them?
Yep.
Big and small ones?
All of them. Hi, mine truck, by the way, sorry.
That must be a majestic sight. Did it go choo-choo?
No, but it did let off some steam, and yes, it was pretty loud.
So, sort of choo-choo?
Not quite choo-choo, it was... Yeah, it was not a nice sound.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's for all platforms trio. Of course it is.
What, the podcast?
Yeah, that too, yeah. Podcast production.
Yes.
Insert potatoes. And then you make podcasts.
I see.
Okay. And did you get to see the King Suite in that fancy Edinburgh Hotel cast off thing?
We didn't stay in a hotel. We stayed in one of the finest.
I call it a hotel, but it's.
We stayed in one of the finest Scottish castles that public people can stay in. Okay.
That's what I meant by the hotel. I guess it's all about it. For me, it's a general word. It's just say a place where you pay to stay.
Yeah.
It was.
What I will say, because I'm still kind of slightly upset about it, is that the chief did call his YayBot a peasant several times. Excuse you, Yos.
Was it before or after a drink?
I don't know what you're talking about. We drank water. We stayed fully hydrated.
Yeah. I've seen you drink water.
Yeah, we stayed fully hydrated.
Body juice.
But yes, anyway, I was called a peasant by the chief, who you all may know as Farmer Cop, and I'm the peasant. Come on now.
It sounds pleasant.
Sitting up in his kingdom of a suite, shouting down to his little peasant.
Interesting.
Yes.
And he's denying when we make a joke about his behavior. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, we do.
Who the chief? Yeah, I mean...
We'll get him when he's streaming again, and he wants us to be there.
I don't think we're going to get invited.
Maybe he won't get invited.
Well, that's true. Maybe we won't invite him.
We didn't invite him today.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the real life stuff.
The real life stuff. It's all real life, folks. It's all real life.
It's all happening inside a watermelon.
Yes. And I do hope that next year it'll be... gets cancelled.
Next year's cancelled.
Yeah, if Giants have any dignity about them after this year and the havoc that may have been caused, they may just cancel next year.
Yeah, I hope so.
No, but I think next year, if they can have at least the same number of content creators that they had this year, and maybe a few extra, then
I'm sure there will be more now.
Yep.
I don't want to hear anybody say, "Oh, I wish I did it in the country," like people saying, "I wish it was in the UK." I mean, you're next door.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if you really care about it.
Saying that, a huge shout out to Argsy for travelling literally half the world just to go to FarmCon.
It took him 46 hours on the to get here.
Yeah, and about that again to get back home. That's insane.
Home was faster, apparently.
Was it?
Yeah, apparently this is something with the curve of the Earth that sort of you fly faster.
Right.
Or maybe just less waiting between getting one to the next. There must be a word for that.
There goes all them flat Earth theories.
Yes. Yeah, but it depends how you rotate the pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was great to have him there with his wife as well, who was giving us all sunscreen because we were all burning. That was great.
Right.
I didn't get. Well, it was sort of cloudy the first on Saturday, but when the sun was there, it was pretty warm. Well, it wasn't really. You wouldn't feel it was hot, but the sun was burning. So we all during the dinner we all noticed we got sunburned.
Well, it was.
Then we got sunscreen the next day.
It's good that somebody was looking after you all.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah, but yeah.
But next year there will be. I'm sure there will be more. Everybody that has been this year is looking forward to the next one, and then more will join. Hopefully, some people that even aren't content creators. And the greatest thing is the morning we arrived. There was apparently a Dutch man waiting in line. They had a big FarmCon UK t-shirt.
Oh.
And he sort of especially came to see FarmCon UK. Great. Because nobody else of the English-speaking creators had a random person wearing their merchandise.
What? So there was only the farm sim guy?
Who had a real fan.
A real fan.
There. An actual... Well, I was wearing a FarmCon UK hat, but...
There's DJ and Farmer Cop with all the subs, and you
They
ain't got no real fans. You ain't got no real fans.
On Friday, they found out they will be doing signing sessions on the Saturday.
Yeah.
And there were two of the big German ones. And there was just an enormous line. And then after that, there was First Farm and CDP on the same time slot.
Yeah.
And there were 5 people. Nobody knows who they are.
Well,
Then it was DJ. Nobody knew who DJ was.
yeah.
There's a few people that, like a few modders and FSL people.
This is a thing
But
because
the Germans, they don't even bother to ask, like, to find out who they are.
no.
But if you have the same event in the UK, there'll be literally 0 people at German people. Because the German will know some English, but nobody else knows German.
Yeah. But I mean, if it was done in like the UK, DJ, FSG, Mr. CLP, FarmCon, they would have all been flanked by fans because it's an English-speaking country.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to see how the road goes and see if Giants want to actually venture outside of Germany for... I don't think it'll be a FarmCon outside of Germany.
What do they have to... What will they gain from it? It's sort of a presentation.
Yeah.
You can't have multiple because you can only show off an exclusive premiere once.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it might just be a one-day event show, maybe...
They could include some Farm Sim League.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the whole
stuff.
It wouldn't be the whole FarmCon thing because of the logistics of moving all that stuff to another country. I mean, it.
Well, they do own the trucks and all the gear.
Yes, but to fuel it and to drive it and all that logistic, it might be just too much because Giants is still a rather small gaming company in the grand scheme of things. So, I mean, they've not got money coming out of their ears.
No?
Well, they might do, but they're not letting on. But I'm sure if there was going to be a FarmCon outside of Germany, it would be somewhere in the States. That's where I am personally. That is a personal opinion.
Yeah, but we were brainstorming about how would that be. That would be even a worse logistics. Because from UK, for you to get to the southern of Germany is easier, or at least closer, than somebody in a rural area, Iowa, to get to a big city in the US.
But I think because they, in the last year or the year before, they acquired an office in Chicago.
Yes.
So to me, they wouldn't do that unless they were planning something. That is, again, my opinion. Don't take any of my...
Are looking for event manager in that office.
Yes, so...
Also to attend game shows, so they don't have to fly somebody from Europe.
Yes. So my logical thinking is...
Please don't do that.
Is the maybe's planning for something maybe's further down the line. It probably won't be a FarmCon. It might be an event.
Like they do at Gamescom,
yes.
Where they sort of have a bigger stage, but they don't have their own event. It's part of a bigger thing, so people have more reason to come.
Yeah, I just think FarmCon is going to stay as a Germany thing because it's kind of the brand.
I don't think they will change anything in this. We got even our tickets weren't translated. The thing we had to book online wasn't even an option to turn.
Yeah, and I mean the presentations were all in German, so the English content creators.
The thing on the screen, the PowerPoints themselves were English.
Right.
So they prepared that, and today, yesterday, they released a lot of. They weren't voiceover; they were more of subtitles.
Yeah.
Videos.
Yeah, but them presentations now are popping up on the Giants Community Corner YouTube channel. So if you want to go and check them out, go and do that. Just put the subtitles on. Yes. English subtitles. Or brush up on your German and listen to them. I enjoyed the Boris one. I think Boris is a good guy.
Yeah, it's really... Just him just walk around there. It's great.
Yeah. Yes. But
let's talk about some farming simulator stuff.
Oh.
The virtual stuff. not the real life stuff.
Oh, the virtual stuff. Is it a game?
Yeah, for all ages.
Huh. What platforms?
I don't know.
Oh.
You know those small tablets advertisements that you see on the toilet?
Oh dear.
If you bring your controller with you,
Yeah.
it's guaranteed that you'll need clean pants.
Oh.
Anyways.
Yes. I hear there's a DLC coming out very soon.
Yes.
Hosh.
There's been trailers of that already.
Yes.
And that was nice. There was a sort of a small cinema in the Dutch Arena.
Yep.
And the content creators, or at least I think the German, the English ones. Not sure about the Germans. They seem to be just in the crowd, not in the VIP areas.
Yeah.
They got well, we all saw the early access videos that nobody else has, because they got to film those. They each got 30 minutes in a special area.
Yep. But
to play with it.
yeah,
and
I
record
think
some footage, and it's really nice. That's really the power of what I think is sort of our group.
Yeah. But I
is
think
that they gave each other footage.
Yeah, I think now it's all the content creators have put that out. Now, I'm sure
Well,
for the horse anyway.
Those who weren't there don't have any gameplay. They just got whatever Giants has sent them.
Oh, I believe Farm Sim Guy shared some of his footage with some content creators.
Yeah, they were sharing between each other.
Yep.
The 5, 6 of them.
Yep.
That's great.
Yes, but
I mean, there's no. We're working together.
Yes, but trust me, guys. If you want to get a DLC, this might just be the one for you. You get a map with it, and that, other than DLCs like the Platinum expansion and the Premium expansion, you don't generally get a map with the DLC. As far as I'm aware, this is the first time that they've done this outside of them Premium expansions. So this one, honestly, go and support your favourite content creator that has affiliate links. Get a little bit off, and go and pre-order it, or go and pre-order the Year 2 Seasons Pass, because you don't want to miss out on the expansion that's coming out later this year that they touched on. Yeah. I think that's going to be a nice expansion as well. That happens to be in a certain place of Poland. Well, it has a Polish name anyway.
No, well, I brought it up.
Yes.
Because we were having a very special dinner, but it was exclusive to about 50 people, with some of the management of Giants. And we managed to get on the table with the CEO.
Oh. Very high class.
There was a teacher that just trying to get information, of course. But other than that, when we discussed the map, I said that because it's a real place, or it's sort of an outside village next to Warsaw or Prague.
Yeah, it's Warszawa. It's just a little bit out. I mean, Darren
but
Doolin.
That's not the area. It's based on the southern of Poland and just the border with Czech.
Yes,
Republic.
yeah, I know that they've branded it as a Central European thingy, but inside the map there is Polish signage everywhere. So to me, it's kind of like a Polish map.
Yeah, but it's not that place near the city.
No.
So as said, I mean, those creators, people will search for that name and see it's a real place.
Yes.
Maps in every real place. So I said,
but even still, having the Lanka
let me finish.
name on it will make all the Polish community happy, though.
Yeah. But the point was, I mentioned that, and then the CEO, immediately said, "No, it's not that. It's based on other area." And I go, "Yeah, and I know. That's all I'm trying to say." But all the creators, they will get so many questions about that name because it's in the real place.
Right.
And then they have to explain again and again that it's not based on this place near Warsaw. It's a certain region.
Yeah.
So I think it's dangerous to use a real name if it's not based on that.
Yes. I can see where you come from with that. I mean, people are going to say it's Lanka because it's got that name. I don't think there's any other Giants base game map that's ever had a real place name. I'm thinking back.
Not a horse map, of course. But... Hi, Mr. Grady. It's huge.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, taking the name out of it and stuff like that, what I've seen in the videos of that map, it looks pretty nice.
What I like on Silver Run and on this map, if you compare the buildings to what we have base game, which are pretty just concrete walls, no details.
Yep.
But the Silver Run, of course, being it a forestry map with all those carpentry-like productions, and then Sri Lanka too there's so much more detail on the buildings.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we've seen that.
They're really improving on that.
Yeah. We've seen that sort of jump in detail from Giants, from Elm Creek to Silver Run. And I think for them to drop that and go back to sort of Elm Creek would be a disaster, in my opinion. So they've got to keep up sort of that Silver Run quality.
We're slowly seeing improvements, and I know that recently more mods have been rejected sort of because people just stop with terrible quality textures.
Yeah.
So even the players and the modders are requesting better quality. And then they set a new standard like, hey, your mod has to be certain quality, and then they start complaining because it got rejected.
Well, I
Where
know.
do we want to go? We want to go forward, but we don't want to go forward if it's against what I am trying to do.
Yeah, but in the last couple of weeks, we've seen more modders getting these sort of review backs saying we need better quality. I mean, I'm not going to name names just out of respect, but I've seen it plastered all over Facebook that they get these reviews back saying, please upgrade the quality. So it looks like Giants are really heading down the sort of quality rather than quantity route, which is nice to see, but, you know, we'll see where it goes with that.
Well, we got another... Today we got 2.4 tree in a 4 meter plow cultivator.
Yeah.
Again.
I mean,
a lot of sheds again. So
I mean, Giant stance.
Time for quality.
Yes, I mean, Giant stance has been for a long time. If you make a mod and it's a working mod, we're going to release it. But there has to come a point because Mod Hub's folder just for 22 has got to be incredibly large across the whole platforms. I don't think there's been this many mods on any previous title, and we're not even at the end of it yet.
We don't even know the end yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. What I also been seeing is more people posting their, when they get a review or things have been in testing for a few days, they make a post.
Yeah, I mean...
And then I think it's terrible to sort of...
Yes, I am of
give it to players to speculate, like, oh, this is happening, oh no, and then you see the screenshots of those posts on Discord.
Yeah.
And then what people say is just, it's just
and then
useless.
and then community members take it, and because they generally don't know the background of what's going on, they take it and run with it and make of it however they are. I mean, in my opinion, modders should be, it's all good being a little bit, open with your community, but some things, keep behind doors, and because it's going to get to a point where it's going to get out of hand.
I think the most reaction you see is that it's all blaming Giants.
Yes, and
if a modder wants to be treated with some sort of respect by the modding team, then don't put this up.
In my honest opinion, if I was affiliated with Giants and I had bad opinions about Giants, or wanted to share opinions that gave off bad opinions of Giants, then I should be stripped of the affiliate.
You should have a chance to at least.
Or,
make yourself clear.
There's constructive criticism, but there's a lot of people that are not being constructive with their criticism, and only 90% of their criticism isn't even warranted, because what they're doing is, for base games, base maps, for example, every map Oxygen David puts out, they're comparing base game map with an Oxygen David map. Come on, let's be real. We all know Oxygen David is one of the finest details in mods. Stop comparing Oxygen David maps to whatever maps Giants put out,
I like this French map more than what I've seen from Port Farms.
Yeah. But I mean, some of the criticism in my eyes is just getting beyond ridiculous, and there's a lot of members, community members out here that are very needy, it seems. It's like, we want this and we want it now. It's like, calm down. Yeah, it's like, calm down. Quality takes time. If you want a rush job,
it took 9 months for me to get here. So.
Yeah, if they want a rush job, then put out a rush job, and then they complain about it that it's been rushed. You can't win. Yeah. It's crazy.
Okay, enough ranting.
Yes, get off the rant, because I could really go all day with it. But yes, some good things to look forward to in the DLCs from FarmSim.
Yeah, I think we should expect some videos this weekend.
Ooh.
Because it will be releasing on Tuesday.
The following week, yes. And I would imagine, because normally with DLC, that there will be a patch. I could be wrong, but I would. I'm pretty comfortable saying that there might be a patch coming.
I think we can sort of say it is coming.
Okay.
Because they mentioned one at the FarmCon.
Right.
And there would be at least another patch before that emerge pack could come to console.
Yes, that was initially put out as kind of like a beta to brush up some of the issues.
But they did mention that we would get a patch with the horse DLC. Which is usually a nice moment to release any game patches.
Yeah. Because patches have generally got to go through the right avenues. For like Steam, they've got to okay it, and Microsoft, Sony, they've got to okay it.
Yeah, so people playing on Microsoft or PlayStation usually get it earlier. Because they always seem to screw up something.
Yes. Well, Giants have had
Game Pass.
Giants have had rotten luck with somebody somewhere, whether it's Steam, Microsoft, or Sony. Somebody's going to drop or release something early.
Every DLC has been leaked early on one of the platforms.
It's crazy. Maybe they'll get this one right.
I don't think I ever saw it happen at any other game I played.
No.
Back in PlayStation days.
I think secretly they're all farm sim lovers and they just want to release it early.
Very nice.
Yes. But yes, unless you've got anything else to add on the farm sim.
Farm sim, what's that?
Apparently it's a game. Not sure.
Yeah, I have 2 kids in my chat there.
Kids?
I wouldn't call it fighting, it's more of catcalling.
Huh. Who are the
Fog
kids?
and Grizz.
Oh, Grizz.
Yeah.
Now, use pair behave yourselves.
Yeah, listen to YayBot.
Yes.
The robot has spoken. Am I working on any new mods? That is a good question.
Oh.
Well, I haven't released anything serious in a long time.
But that wasn't the question. The
Am I a
question
modder?
was... Oh.
Am I really a modder?
Huh.
I have something that I was working on, but then I had a great idea with Mr. Virtual Farmer during FarmCon. Something we completed last night.
Very
Well,
nice.
the main concept.
Oh my
Look
goodness.
to test it, and I can talk about that, but it's not. Well, theoretically, it's a mod, but it's not for people really. But we made. Well, he had the idea to. On Twitch, you have those channel points, which you get for sort of watch time loyalty points. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
And he has a few, and you set those to action. Usually people have like a scare, jump, sound, and other weird profanity. Need some water. But he has like I think there's one to break down the current vehicle, and to give the farm £1,000, or to reduce the farm's money by £1,000, and he's coming up with a few more. So his idea was, can I make like a combination that whenever somebody does that action, it will automatically happen in game. So I said right away, I was like, we can take a look at that. I don't think it will be that hard. And I did some quick testing, and then the hardest part was authenticating with Twitch. But I made it. And we
So
tested on a stream, and I just run the script on my side, and I would gather
right. So
data to my script from Twitch whenever there was something happening in the chat, and then it wrote to an XML file, and the game with some Lua, it will read that XML and do something.
huh.
And then in his live stream, because I was running it with my game, then the money went up and down.
So this is something that you've obviously you and Virtual Farmer have been going back and forwards on, but this is something that you've had to basically create from the ground up.
Yes.
Patent it, and do all the copyright infringement on it. Keep it to yourself, and sell it to the highest bidder.
It's not going to your public.
Right. Yeah.
No,
I was
you
going
need
to
to
say,
know some stuff for web technologies to even run it.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people would love to have their hands on that.
It could even be done with a YouTube chat, but I think
Yeah, but
if the sort of you will need to use a bot and have a cooldown on those comments.
Yeah.
Which has built in.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I will say, and it probably goes without saying, that at least you can have control over. Because I mean, if DJ wants to do it, then obviously he's got your contact. If Chief wants to do it, FSG, these guys have your contact, and it can be all thingy. But you can have somewhat control over.
It will cost them.
Yeah.
Of course not. I don't care.
No, but I'm saying
There'll be something
if it
that
goes
will be
out
shared
public,
in the
then
group.
if it goes out public, then you're going to get these all sorts of channels trying to do it and just doing the wrong thing with it, which again will probably bring a bad name on it, and I don't want that for you. But I'm happy.
Already have a bad name.
I'm happy that you managed to get that figured out.
Well, the most time was waiting for Fit for Farm to respond to my messages.
Oh,
like,
is he
try this.
Is he another farmer cop?
He will
not?
respond daily, but sometimes it's.
Sometimes
You're
you
just
need
trying to get something to work, and it's just try this, and then okay, but that will be out for the afternoon, and like okay.
And you kind of needed your replies within a couple of minutes.
Well, I sort of
Because
had
you were
to
doing it.
verify with his login to accept the script, but I was using the wrong type, and then you have to go back and forth a few times. But that's working, and I do need to add some comment on the Lua side, but that's the easiest part. That's where I don't need him for. I can just test it on my own without any switch. So that's yeah.
But other than that, have you been working on anything that may or may not become Mod Hub in any time soon? Or
I was thinking of enabling sugarcane contracts, which is a thing in the game by default, but it's just turned off for maps in XML.
Okay.
And you can just turn them on in the fruit types, and you will get sugarcane contracts with all the right equipment.
Yeah, I know Mr. Mikolai will probably love that one.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I know some of that Mr. Shoots.
Yeah.
But I had been doing that a good time for a few months ago, and then it came to a halt. Learning some Blender.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be a really nice straw mod that would never get accepted on ModHub. So then I had the plan, which I'm working on, is to sort of make a crop manager where you can toggle whatever is used by the AI for contracts.
Right. Well, don't go too much into it because there might be some listeners that.
Shoots also know any Lua.
No, not Schultz. I mean, there might be some people out there that, they'll try it and make a mess of it.
Well, I did have another idea to extend it today. But now I actually forgot what it was.
But
the main part that I have to figure out for that is, because I already did the rest.
Yeah.
Is how to do that on a multiplayer, because it's sort of a server-side setting.
Right.
And it has to synchronize. But I have contacts to help me with that.
Yes.
And what I don't want is what most of those mods have in settings. Some of them have their own menu.
Right.
But all the shortcut, the key bindings for menus are all taken by now. So what I want to try is, if you go to your settings and then don't add all of them, but have a button there that will open a separate menu. So it sort of keeps it clean.
Right.
I think that's a lot better, because now I have a mod installed. I think I have. Or it's a new base game thing.
Yeah. You're very much about the quality of life mods, aren't you, Yos?
Apparently. I don't know the first one. Well, now I have a new version of Lumberjack, and in the general setting it adds 10 settings. So you're just scrolling and scrolling, but you don't really see where you are. And I do remember a conversation I had last year with Mr. Marcel. I said there could be so many more options, but the menu gets crowded so easily.
Yeah.
And he also likes the quality of life stuff.
Yeah. I know that modders can add as many menus as they want in the game, and the PDA, you'll just be scrolling for absolutely ages. And then we'll need a Yos mob to condense it all for us. Yeah, but by the sounds of it, there is a couple of ideas swimming around your head, and we might see something soon.
Well, I'm also working on another project which you have seen.
Yos. How many projects have you currently got going on?
Too many.
Too many.
And at work, I'm working on a lot of different things.
Yes.
In parallel.
And that's just the farm sim stuff, guys. Not to mention about Yos's, real life stuff, Dearie dear.
No, I had spoken with a few people and I was brainstorming because we had 8 hours drive to FarmCon. And you're with two people, with two of us in a car. You just start brainstorming. I'm not the best at it at all. And I always joke it's the hardest part of making a mod is writing a good description, which nobody reads actually, but it's important to have certain things in a mod description.
Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Benji. And we were brainstorming, and I know that the mod up guidelines have sort of lately been updated to have more sort of a template,
right,
for what to include in your description. So if it's a production, you have to list your cycles and stuff. If you're German, use euro sign. If it's English description, use dollar. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, all these templates and kind of guides of how to modern can only be a good thing as long as it's done properly, because it'll help our next generation modders do it the right way.
Well, sometimes you get a mod and there's a whole backstory on a... I know Omatana does it great, but is it really necessary to have a whole backstory about the silo? If you just want to know what does it hold and how much of it.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but...
Which is okay, but yeah. There are other mods that are just... don't even list any of the specifications.
Yes,
of something.
And that kind of forces you to have to download it in order to go and look at it to see if it's the thing that you want. It's kind of like, okay, if this is a map, the thing that really messes with me on the map, I wish that one of the screenshots had sort of the seasonal cycles when you turn seasons on. Because the amount of maps that I download just to look at the seasonal and see it's just the base game stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of done with the base game one. I want to see a little bit of change up.
Yeah, or they will write in the description that it has a sort of
custom
based on region, but you have no clue what it is. So
yeah, if it says, if you say in your description that you've got a custom, I want at least a screenshot to see how custom it is. Please and thank you.
So things like that is sort of what I'm trying to write in a guideline.
Yep.
Go for each store category. Say if it's a mower, you have to list working speed. For self-propelled, you need a maximum. We say working speed, actually it's a maximum working speed, and a driving speed. We never list both of them. Just it's easy to add those things.
Yep.
You already have the numbers in your XML. You just list them. And then the goal is to get a lot of hate. And hopefully some people will include some more useful information in their mod description.
Well, I feel that some of the hate could disappear if people put more information on, because some of this hate could be because they're downloading the mods and it's not what they expected because there was no information in the description, and then they come out with all the blubber. So if it's in the description that it's this and this, they know what they're going to download. They have to download it to rate it, which I think was a great addition by Giants.
Yeah, and then it will get a bad rating because it doesn't do as it says.
Yep.
But I was actually talking about hate towards my what would be my opinion of what information to put in.
It's a guideline.
It's a guideline, and I want to include some easy how-tos on how to edit a base game production, so you make it faster and just show the right way to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
and how to a vehicle to make it faster, more horsepower, because you need to certain calculation with the torque and stuff. Easy how-tos, and maybe there will be other people that say, "Hey, can you include this?"
Yeah, I mean, it's a guideline, and if they're hating on anybody that has a guideline, then need to have a look at themselves, because it is a guideline. You don't have to. That you make the choice whether you want to follow the guideline or not.
And I can tell that I have, well, not really presented, but I have spoken to somebody from ModHub, and he was sort of interested.
Yes.
So any information that we can provide this community is always welcome.
I think it's going to be more valuable to the sort of next generation modders.
Maybe. After all, you still have to have the information has to be spread.
Welcome back, Mikolai. Yeah, because I mean,
I believe there was a guest on this map. Oh yeah, no, you're not in here. I'm on flight mode. Yes, you're needy, Mr. Falk.
Yeah, our next generation modders. I mean, I've been going through Facebook and seeing, these young modders, wanting help and thinking they kind of get shunned off by the older generation modders, and it's kind of like we should really be helping these do it the right way rather than just pinging them off to the side, because one of them guys could be the next Oxygen David. It could be the next 82. It could, because these guys are not going to be around
for next shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we shouldn't expect a modder to be around for next game.
Yes.
There are plenty now that we don't see anymore, and a lot of new ones have arisen.
Yeah. But I do see a lot of like Schultz and Mr. Iceberg, and obviously yourself. If you see a new and upcoming modder, you'll always give them, little bits of information what they need. But over on Facebook, it just seems to be an absolute mess, to be honest.
Yeah, but Facebook is just being people open on their toilets when they're sitting down, and then the thing they post is the same as what they're outputting outside of the phone.
Yes. So if you want to get into modern, do not go to Facebook looking for any help.
Or any sympathy.
Yes.
No, the same what we do on the forums in Discord is we link a video.
Yep.
Because it's just, even for any field work or whatever, it's just this is a farmer cop explaining something in 5-minute video.
Yep.
It's a lot more than us typing a whole book.
Yes.
Somehow I'm on the cemetery. No names.
Oh.
What? This map looks good.
That map has a cemetery.
Yeah, it's not a mod hub. It's
Oh, I was going to say, because Mantruck tried to get his map with a cemetery, and Giants asked him to take it out for it to get released. I was going to say
a lot of custom stuff.
Yeah.
It does look great, but it's friends, so.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
The lighting is good. They have icons everywhere. Even when there's sort of, I was at a sell point and it had grains and it had like a silas bunkers, but like 5 next to each other for each type of grain that you could sell instead of one. Dump it all. It's nice details.
Yeah, I kind of like the look of this little map that released today.
Okay, I'll check out that one later. Because it's a small German map. Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, and there's some sort of mining operation here. Yeah, I think FarmCon guy did a map tour of this, but it was 50 minutes long. I think that's a little too much.
Yeah. Sometimes you want a quick map tour, a little browse over, but then some people do want the intricacies and all the details. So it's nice that we have content for each. I mean, it goes back to Looney Farms. I love his mod reviews.
They're not too long.
Yeah.
But that's why it does one at a time. So it's more in depth.
You don't have to watch. Wow. You don't have to watch a whole 1 hour video just to look at one mod.
Yeah.
It's one mod per video. It's pretty cool. Is Mr. Schultz been misbehaving, is he?
Well, I don't even have to open Discord on my phone because those three will just continue in my chat.
Well, Mr. Schultz was misbehaving in my chat and I had to delete one of his messages.
Delete even?
Yes. Absolutely.
He's really in a bad mood then.
Well...
Maybe he forgot his cushion for his office chair.
No, he was mentioning a certain...
oh, yeah.
Football club.
Oh, they were trying to buy our second striker.
Yeah.
And we said, no.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of missing my Ange Postecoglou, who's ran away to Tottenham.
You?
Ran away to Tottenham since they couldn't get the Feyenoord manager.
Huh.
I'm kind of wishing that you did lose your manager so we get to keep ours.
No.
But I mean, we've got Brendan Rodgers and he's been at Celtic
didn't
once.
even lose any top players.
We've lost Jota to the Saudi league.
Oh, we actually did a player that never played that went there. I mean, like, why?
I mean, when you wave Saudi money in front of a club like Celtic, of course we're going to take it. I mean, I think it was £25 million. That's a huge amount for Celtic.
Yeah, we had some attempts to buy one of our central backs and what is he, right back as well?
Right.
Youth player, and I think it was Leipzig that came for them, but we said, pay more. He had a lot of experience already, and he's only 22 now.
Yeah.
Knows how to score a goal.
Well,
good player. He did really well last year.
Yeah.
But so far we haven't really made any huge. Oh, we sold our captain. Besides that, he went to Benfica.
Oof.
But next to that, it's
yeah. You've pretty much kept your team.
So far, yeah. And that Mexican striker, he, last weekend he scored the winning goal on the Gold Cup with Mexico. That's sort of their, what is it, Central and Northern America, Caribbean.
Oh yeah, the CONCACAF,
Championship.
whatever it is, yeah.
Well, they call it the Gold Cup, but you never know. I think CONCACAF is like the Champions League.
Oh, yeah, it's the Gold Cup.
It's more like a European Championship thing for the countries.
Well, Celtic have been looking at some pretty awesome players. I don't know how true it's been, but we're looking at McTominay from Man United, Kieran Tierney back from Arsenal. We've been looking at Tete, a winger that used to play for Shakhtar. I don't know where he's been the last couple of seasons though. We were also looking at the Croatian goalkeeper, but he's since moved to Turkey, Fenerbahce, I think. So, I mean, Celtic have been looking at some pretty, players that we wouldn't normally be looking at.
Yeah, I think we have the same, but we sort of still refuse to. Our record incoming transfer is like 8 million. And now we're looking at players and the clubs are asking at least 15, and we don't sort of want to make that step to, because we can, we sort of have pay double than we ever did for a player.
Yes, yeah, and it's kind of the same with Celtic. And
wondering if we can sell them eventually with a higher than that.
Yeah.
Because somehow we never really managed to play. Well, we got 25 for one now. With bonuses, always bonuses that make no sense.
But the Champions League money does help, especially when our countries can finally get straight to the group stage rather than going through 20 qualifications when we're the champions of our country.
Yeah, well, I did hear something that in 2 or 3 years, starting money is going up a lot. Like to 80 million.
Yeah, I read that about Celtic. That's a
didn't read that.
huge amount for a club
but-
like Celtic.
Yeah, that's
But
for us. It would be about what our yearly revenue is.
yeah, exactly. It's basically doubling our size.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they're generally looking at these players and trying to get them in now so that we can constantly guarantee our qualification to Europe for that 24-25 season where the really big money comes in.
And then you get one time, you get in, and then we're settled for years.
Well, exactly. So I think it's kind of...
We probably can buy then our stadium back.
Yeah.
And pay off all the debts from external investors.
Yeah.
And be a healthy club for once in many years.
Yeah, but again, they've got to balance it, and that's why I love Celtic so much, is because they don't just spend ridiculous amounts of money. Yes, we've got money, but if we get 25 million for Odds-on Edwards, we're not going to go and buy another player for 25 million, because we need to sort of guarantee our future, so we don't go like that other club from Glasgow and get administrated. But anyway, zombies.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm very much looking forward to the Champions League money coming to Celtic, hopefully. It's about time. And it'll be the same for the Netherlands as well, for Feyenoord.
Money, money, money.
Yes, it's nice. But
Yeah, to one side you want them to pay off any debts or outstanding loans.
well,
At the same time you want like
Yeah.
a super player.
Celtic don't have any debts, and they haven't had for the past couple of years. That's how well they're running, because we are kind of like a selling club at the moment. We've been buying cheap, building them up as players for a couple of years and selling them to the Premier League for big money. Then they go there and sit on the bench.
Sitting for
Yeah. And I mean, Virgil van Dijk, Wanyama, Odson Edward, Tierney, all these names have come up through Celtic. We bought them for a couple of million, we sold them for tens of millions.
Yeah, we don't do that over here.
Yeah. I mean, it seems to have worked for
recently,
Celtic.
I know that one that we sold to Leeds United last year for at least 20.
Yeah.
I think we got it for like $1 million. And the other one we sold now, our captain is from the youth academy.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing with the more of sort of experienced players we got from other Dutch clubs. We paid too much and we never got. Somehow they always failed.
Yeah.
And then we just lost money.
Yeah, but it's just frustration for me as a fan of Celtic that every transfer window we come to, we kind of got the feeling that, okay, our best player is going to go to England, Italy, for money that we can't refuse. And I mean, we've lost Jota, who was one of our better players, but our best player, Kyogo Furuhashi, who scored over 30 goals last season, we were all pretty much ready to wave goodbye to him. And he came out and signed a 5-year contract.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I mean, we were pretty much happy with that. Thank you. and a couple of the others came out and did the same. We've given them big contracts and trying to secure these players, and I really want Celtic to get back to where we can keep our quality players rather than have to sell them. And this Champions League money is going to help. But hey, football.
Yeah. I think we talked enough about it. I think it's time to end it.
All the viewers will be happy to know that football season's coming back. Football season's coming back. Did it? Okay, I think it's nearly.
Stop in your desk.
Hooligan. Yes, we've been going over our normal allotted time, haven't we? Yeah.
Yeah, and I said no sports at the beginning.
Hey,
there we go.
Once we get in, we get in. We're football fans. What can we expect? We love the sport. But anyway, unless you've got anything else to add, I don't have to be adding anything else.
No?
You're good?
I'm watching television.
Oh.
And Mr. Grady says that you're a robot and stop standing on top of your JCB.
Oh, wow. Mr. Grady.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
He will probably deny it now, but...
Maybe we should try and pull Mr. Grady in for a special guest.
Interrogation.
Yeah, yes. Well, no special guests here. It's called the interrogation.
Well, I think it's about... Well, he's probably getting home now, or soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your landscaping. And then we come in and we do it all again.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Is Mr. Grady talking about that time on No Man's Land when I was landscaping and all yous idiots were being idiotic?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, I think that's a good note to end the podcast before I go furious on you all.
For your lower views.
Yes. Well, thank you all for joining, all you wonderful folks, and hope you all have a great evening, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks, maybe. Don't quote us on that.
It all depends. You will be moving, so...
Yes.
We'll see how your new internet is, and then...
I will tell you all about that when I'm actually in my new property, and I'll update you on that.
Yeah. And if we have to, it will just be Jason on Discord on just my channel.
Yes.
If he really has something useful to say, so that will never happen.
Well, we'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching, Travis. I'm not called Daggerwin, but anyway, thanks for watching. Travis just come in and said, "Hey, Daggerwin." Yes, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great evening. Bye.
See you next time. Bye bye. Okay.